September 6, 1812, the night before the Battle of Borodino would take place, a man named Michael Kutuzov, a skilled diplomat and military officer to the Russian government, had recently taken the place of Commander-in-Chief of the First Army of the West, the Russian Army, the largest Russian army to ever face Napoleon during the invasion of 1812, succeeding a man named Michael Andreas Barclay de Tolly, a Baltic German field marshal and minister of war in the Russian Empire during this time. Barclay was a prince and was from Irish descent, hence the place name. The change of command was made by Alexander I, the emperor and autocrat of Russia at this time. This change was made due to the unpopularity of Barclay and the fact that his attempts at the Battle of Smolensk did little to nothing to stop the French army's advance. However, Barclay still owned command over the right wing and the middle of the Russian army for battle. Kutuzov continued Barclay's scorched earth policy all the way up to the holy city of Moscow, which he abandoned and left ablaze, forcing the French to turn back.
These shall help us defend ourselves.
Yes, this is our final stand before Moscow.
I will not stand with you. Hush.
I hope not. You do know your assignment, correct?
Yeah.
You have full control over the right and middle wings of our army. Your job is to defend the right flank and hold control of the battle with the middle position. Is that clear? You scrawny little idiot. Go get some rest, soldier.
Barclay did not win. He did fail. The Battle of Borodino was a close one, but Napoleon's superior numbers overwhelmed the Russian army. The battle involved over 250,000 men and 70,000 casualties. It is known as the deadliest day in the Napoleonic Wars. Due to the loss, Moscow was abandoned and burned. Napoleon's men swooped in, killing as many Russians as possible and taking Moscow.
Journal of Michael Andreas Barclay de Tolly, December 14th, 1812, southwest border of Mother Russia. A brief history of the invasion of Russia during the Napoleonic Wars. I was a colonel in the Russian army. It had irked me to force my troops to constantly retreat and destroy my country, but alas, it had to be done. The demon Napoleon marched through our land as our men retreated. I hated Napoleon for forcing me to watch from afar as he slandered our land. The Tsar demanded that we retreat as it was part of a great plan. We were told to retreat and burn our homeland to the ground. Napoleon was to get nothing from us. We destroyed towns, burned our food, slaughtered what animals we could not bring with us, and eviscerated what shelter we could find, so as not to allow Napoleon any comforts. When it came time, it broke my heart to have to burn Moscow to the ground and allow Napoleon's men to settle in its remains. Finally, blessedly, Napoleon ordered a retreat. Whilst Napoleon retreated, the citizens and soldiers of Mother Russia launched attacks on the Grand Army. Napoleon's army had no effective counter for our guerrilla warfare tactics. We knew we could not win an outright, so we attempted hit-and-run attacks, and we gradually wore down Napoleon's army. Napoleon once said, "Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. Therefore, we shall not interrupt his invasion." He also said, "Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools." If this is true, then Mother Russia can truly drive back Napoleon and succeed in the impossible, Napoleon's dethronation. I swear Napoleon shall feel the wrath of Russia by the time I die. Today, the stragglers of Napoleon's army left Russia. We had driven back the invaders, but the war was not over. We were assembling the army. We would push Napoleon all the way back to Paris and eventually destroy his power. Henceforth, Russia shall not be commanded by Napoleon. We shall be the spark that lights the fire that burns Napoleon to the ground. In all conscience, Michael Andreas Barclay de Tolly.